so there's really no excuse not to listen to the Neil Archer Show. Hello, chaps. Today we have a story which is pretty bleak, I guess, and it's a confirmation of what I think we all knew, but probably didn't have proof of. This story seems to provide that proof. Now it's from one of Joe Rogan's podcasts where he spoke to Dr. Mary Taylor Bowden, I think, and she said to him that basically during the time of COVID, people were being taken into hospital and basically deliberately killed. It says Joe Rogan's face said what we're all thinking. How was this allowed to happen? Hospitals deliberately euthanize COVID patients. A practice Dr. Mary Taylor Bowden said was disturbingly common. Rogan was horrified, but there were more shockers. Rogan revealed something new about his viral ivermectin past, and it proves that this was never about public health. The doctor left Joe Rogan visibly shaken on his own show, it says. Anyway, so basically, she was one of the, I can't remember what they called them now, but they were the doctors that stood out against the vaccine and so on, and they had a name, but I can't recall what it was. Anyway, it says she's remained committed to the Hippocratic Oath, successfully treating an impressive total of over 6,000 COVID patients without a single death. So Rogan opened up the conversation with a shocker. Apparently, two former presidents called Spotify after his post mentioning ivermectin went viral. That was the same one where CNN deliberately turned his face green. There's a bit there that you can see that. So he tells her that. Then she starts to tell him about. Well, before that, why would two former presidents go out of their way to complain to Spotify over a podcast they're talking about a drug? So, I mean, that's just, they were desperate to get people to take the shot. And as we all know, they were basically poo-pooing anybody that said ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine were efficacious. Anyway, so where did we get it? It's quite. This article's always, there's loads of pictures and cutting it all up. Anyway, the doctor went on to say that her COVID vaccinated patients are showing spike protein antibodies at levels 10 times higher on average than her unvaccinated clients. So that's another thing. And then right, here we are. Dr. Bowden revealed that hospitals were euthanizing COVID patients to free up beds, and that was not an uncommon practice. She cited a chilling case involving a 19-year-old girl named Grace who had Down syndrome and was allegedly given a do not resuscitate order before being killed against her parents' wishes. I mean, this is terrible. Grace's parents are suing for medical battery, and this could be a landmark case because if they win, then there could be thousands upon thousands, probably, of others that will take that up. Maybe a class action or something like that, whatever they call it. Anyway, so she said, "I've seen this. I've reviewed records from these hospital patients, and they will euthanize them. They need the bed," they said. Well, they're going to die anyway. So she goes on to say, where are we? Do, 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 do. The hospitals were incentivized to euthanize COVID patients. The more they killed, the more money they made. Basically, when you go into hospital and you get tested, they get paid more. When you get admitted for COVID, they get paid more. When you get put on on remdesivir, that basically kills you. They get paid more. When you get ventilated, they get paid more. When you die, they get paid more. I mean, that is absolutely sick. This um, this whole COVID episode is, I mean, I've said it so many over and over and over again, is probably the worst case of crimes against humanity and mass murder there has ever been in recorded history. And these people must be taken to account. Anyway, that's a fairly well, I say chilling, sort of depressing thing. To cheer you up a bit, I was reading an article this morning about the Doom Goblin, her sister. So that's Greta Thunberg's sister, who apparently has taken up singing and wants to become a pop singer. I mean, their mother, I believe, was a singer and presumably represented Sweden in the Eurovision Song Contest, I think. Anyway, I was reading this and it showed a couple of photos of Greta and her sister as very young children. And it's interesting to look at the expression on Greta's face. I either have already or I will put up a still of that and perhaps another one as well to show you that the you see in the child you can see what they're going to grow into. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Well done if you got this far, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers for now. Ooh.